Trading activities on the floor of the exchange limited. That is time, and the market is still retaining its positive flow, ending the day in green. Mr. Muktar Mohammed is my guest. He joins me for that conversation. Mr. Mohammed, are you there? All right, then while we wait for Mr. Muktar Mohammed, the likes of FGN Sukuk is on the gainers list for today. Wapik Insurance is on the gainers list. We have Mansard, we have Ella Lakes, and we have Prestige Assurance. Insurance companies are doing pretty well. The exchange since last week, week before, even before the Insurance Act became law. President signed it into law sometime last week, and insurance stocks have been performing pretty well at the exchange, dancing so very well in the green space now. But let's look at losers now. Julie Pharmacy, Unilever, Custodian, and Academy Press, May and Baker. Those are the stocks we have for the report. Mr. Muktar Mohammed is there now for me, investment banker, stockbroker. Mr. Mohammed, take us through your understanding of the performance of the market today.
Yeah, Tulu, thank you. Like you rightly pointed out, the insurance stocks have been on fire at the signing of that Insurance Act by Mr. President. Most of them are complete beats, and I think that is the only exciting thing on the market these days, because the insurance stocks are just on fire. And they talk about Ella Lake, yeah. What's happening to that stock is just as a result of their people are expecting that Ella Lake is going to be like Prisco or Okumu oil, because they say they're involved in palm oil. So those are what is taking the market. But as it stands today, I think it's the president policy that is running the exchange. Like I keep saying, if there's any sector that have really benefited from the reform of this current administration, has been the Nigerian Stock Exchange, because that has been one market that keep on benefiting from the reforms. You know about the banking recapitalization. You see how that is helping the market, the revaluation of the naira, or the floating of the currency that has helped the market, and now the signing of the Insurance Act that has blown on the insurance sector. So that's what it is in the market now. Other stocks are having a pullback, like GTCO is having a pullback, MTN is having a pullback, Zenith is having a pullback, UB also having a pullback from their height. But again, that gives a good entry point for a lot of investors. But as it stands now, what it's all about, the stock market is all about the insurance stocks.
That sounds good. And just like I was speaking to my earlier guests, we were talking about the fugas. That's all those companies, the way we've been seeing their performance in recent times. But looking at this performance of the insurance companies, how sustainable do you see them? And what about those expectations? We're talking about new listings. You know, we expect the likes of Dangote Refinery and Petrochemicals to come to the exchange. NNPC Limited is expected at the exchange. Yes, we want these guys to come in so that we begin to put our money where our mouth is.
I don't know about NNPC Limited. You know, you've done the interviews about your interview on NNPC Limited. You know, for now, NNPC Limited have very lot of issues to resolve. They say that they don't think they'll be in the market for the next 3 years. For Dangote, we are very expectant. Hopefully, high net investors like Tulu, you'll be the one to benefit from that. So retail investors will still be looking at the insurance stocks. Now, for me, insurance sector is a sector that we've really expected so much from them before now. Totally, you shouldn't forget that after the fourth banking recapitalization, there were the insurance recapitalization. Yeah. But we did not see anything come out of there. Hopefully this time there will be a difference, because again, it's an act that have been signed, not just the recapitalization. Hopefully the regulators of the insurance sector will be able to make sure that we see value for investors. In other developed countries of the world, insurance sector seems to be the larger driver of the market. You should also forget that despite this act, also there was the other act that made it compulsory for Nigerians to have a PayCo insurance. That also is what is a game changer that is helping the insurance sector. So I think all in all, will it be like what we saw before? I don't think so. I expect that with this current recapitalization bill that have been signed into law by the president, we'll see highly capitalized insurance company. Remember, this recapitalization drive is also driven because of the $1 trillion economy that we are trying, the $1 trillion economy that Nigeria is trying to build. So definitely, I think the insurance sector is a sector to really watch out in the short, in the long, and in the short term, in the long term, and even in the future. We expect some of these insurance stocks to become highly capitalized stock from stocks that used to be penny stocks. Now we are seeing insurance stocks selling at almost 40 naira, and so that tells you that one good policy of a government can change the direction of the stock exchange, and that's what we have seen. For the banking sector, like you said, the FUGA banks, we have seen some remarkable achievement listed in the London Stock Exchange. That is remarkable for a Nigerian bank. We've seen that they are not struggling to raise capital like what we saw before. And also we have to commend the CBN because he has given every bank a level playing field. If you know you cannot meet the global recapitalization, you can be national, you can be regional, you can be national, regional, and so it's a good thing. We're also bringing the capital base for both mortgage institutions and others. So you determine you can play in any of those spaces if you cannot meet it. And it's not like the first recapitalization that we had that it was a flat rate for everybody to raise 25 billion. In this one, I think everybody will definitely find its level. But I can tell you it's interesting times for the market. And Tolu, we've not seen anything yet until we get those third quarter, half-year results, especially from the FUGA. We have seen some of the FUGA comes out with those results, but those are the FUGA that don't pay interim dividend. And you know, in this market, interim dividend is key. So hopefully, if that interim dividend comes in, remember before now, during the forbearance, we're hearing banks cannot pay dividends. But if the news we are hearing after their board meetings, anything to go by, they are just waiting for the approval of CBN to say you can go ahead and pay this interim dividend. That also could be a game changer. So interesting times in the market, Tolu.
30
and I
seconds.
know you're a big time player.
In 30 seconds, I'm not letting you go now, but in 30 seconds, fixed income and treasury bills. Treasury bills is going down, it's dipping kind of. Many people have put their money in this expecting some 91 days, 180 days profit, but it's not as expected anymore.
Yeah, Tolu, you have to ask the CBN. The CBN, what we are seeing, rate has been held down, and we know what is going to happen next. We know the anticipation. If you look at the data from Bureau of Statistics, you look at the market, you look at various economic indices, we expect a rate cut anytime now. So I think the fixed income market is keen into that rate cut, and that's why you are seeing what will happen. So for now, that is why those investors that used to play the fixed income market, they are now going back to the equity market. That is what is responsible for the kind of rally you have in the equity market. Because in the fixed income market, you have just one source. In the equity market, you have capital appreciation and you have dividend payout. So that's what is happening now, Tolu. So a lot of investors that used to play the fixed income are now in the equity market.
Thank you so much, Mr. Muktar Mohammed, investment banker, stockbroker. Do enjoy the rest of your time.
Thank you for having me today.
All right, then. Well, that's our package today. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'll see you tomorrow, same time. Get busy and make the cash. Stay safe.